Yeah, it still wasn't fucking working.
Oh well.
Internet. Right. Hello. Yep, we are doing it. We're live. Anthony says we're late. Yeah, we're running a bit late. We're just waiting for everyone to get in. But yeah, better late than never.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome to episode 3. Simon, Trevor was actually here before everyone else.
Yeah,
so it's not Trevor's fault this time.
Bastards.
Mickey. All right, man.
Where's this camera? Yeah, Mickey.
Roger.
Oh, I know. Thanks, Raj.
Oh, it was Trevor.
I will buy only colored and fancy vinyl from now on. Fuck the black.
Yeah. I'll get him going.
And young subscribers.
Everybody's tuning in now. We got Kim. Right, Kim. Hot Metal Mick. Awesome.
Yes, he says.
What time is it for you, Trev? It's 3:30 Eastern time here.
It's 4:32. Yeah, don't ask why, because this whole fucking East Coast of Canada horseshit, maritime bullshit's a fucking hour ahead. I don't get it. Like, we're straight above you guys, basically.
Right.
Nothing makes sense.
Awesome. Well, should we just get straight into it? I mean, we kind of know the drill by now. We've got plenty of different topics to discuss. We always start how we always start with the new singles. We've got 4. I didn't get one from Codi this time, which is okay because we can.
I've got one.
You've got one.
Yeah,
That's
I've got
cool.
one.
That's cool. So we can go through the ones that we had first, and then Codi give a shout out when we're done. That's cool.
All right.
Okay. So should I start with the one that I picked?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So the one I went with is the new Caballero re-recording of Morbid Visions. It actually come out yesterday, and I've been watching a few reviews on it, and quite a lot of positive reception from it. I don't know if anyone, listened to it or was bothered before I.
That's my original.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I just thought I forgot to pick mine up because I got the '97 reissue, the one with Bestial Devastation on it. Well, yeah, I got that for my birthday, and then like a couple of weeks later, they announced this re-recording. And I thought, damn.
Am I back?
Yeah.
I see you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're there. Frozen in time, though.
Doing that bit, but
Kind of grainy on my end, but you're still there.
Yeah. Oh.
flow's no now.
Yeah, froze. That's a shame.
He'll be in and out, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, he'll come back later. Let's just carry on. So basically, yeah, when the Morbid Visions re-recorded version got released when it first came out, and I listened to it straight away, and the first thing that obviously come to mind was the new production on it. Just made all the songs, well, I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but it made that song in particular just sound so much more heavy and more brutal. I just really like the production that they did with it. They definitely kept it, they kept the homage of the original, but they just made it have a bit more of a more cleaner production. And I think the song really benefited from that. And it was something that Sam Dunn, the Banger TV guy, he said that like with this new production, it makes all the instruments sound so much fuller and so much better because back in them days they found it more difficult to sort of capture the sound properly. And I thought that's so correct because that's literally what I got from it. And also the guitar solo as well. Just it didn't sound like crazy noise. It sounded like an actual proper guitar solo. That's what I really liked about it. And I like the vocals as well because he did like the echo thing like on the original. So I'd like to know what you guys thought of that.
Trev, you want to go first, mate?
Yeah, man. I dug the fucking shit out of it because I'd only ever like listen to the tracks basically via YouTube. You'd never ever would ever see a copy of the originals like anywhere. When I listened to it through YouTube and Apple and stuff, it sounds fucking a killer. And when you listen to Max, it's like, yeah, those lyrics really don't make sense, do they, pal? Because he's always made the statement that the past reborn storms or something like on a documentary. I was like, what the fuck, buddy? Jesus. But with all the production and the drums are sounding more brutal, the guitars are sounding a lot more fierce. Max sounds like an absolute fucking monster on his re-records. Now, of course, everybody knows that re-recording is, it's not the greatest thing a band does, but this works. We're able to get these originals back. We're able to have them because, John has his copy, which is great. But, before that, like, where the hell were you going to find these? Like, in some shop somewhere, maybe? And then, lo and behold, last Saturday, I go into my local here, and here's both Schizophrenia and Morbid Vision's original press vinyl from the UK for over $150 each. I said, motherfucker, of course. Oof. There were others in that shop that, I had a bit of a stroke or fucking orgasm when I was in their fucking center rarities. I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, both re-records kick ass. In this single is probably one of my favorites.
Awesome. Johnny?
The drums were what hit me. You play the two back to back, it makes the original almost sound like a demo. It's got that tinny sort of sound on the drums. Nice.
Ho!
Nice, mate.
Yeah. Is that what we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I found that the drums on the new version are a lot beefier. They've got a proper sound to them. It's a lot chunkier, and that was the main thing for me was the drums. I suppose, I don't know. That was the initial thing for me. That you go back to the original, and it's very tinny. But yeah, the drums sound awesome. But as you say, all it's a new production, so you can hear all the separate instruments. Obviously, Max's voice is a lot more mature now. So yeah, no, it's excellent. I must admit, I would have bought them the two of them on vinyl, but they're like over 30 quid each. So they're really expensive, and it's like I'll probably pick them up on CD, to be honest. But I'm not paying that sort of money for something that technically, I've already got on CD anyway, the original. But it does sound good. It's very impressive. It's worth listening to, Simon. It's really good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Very much so.
Marty.
I enjoyed it. I thought first, like, what the hell at the bottom with this? Like, what's the point? As I said, I do have the original. I have Best Deal on what's it called, CD, but I have this. This is my original vinyl from. I got this about '88 or so. It's on those Shark Records. But I really like the new versions. But to be honest, I think I nearly prefer this because this is a bit more character for me because of the drum sound on it. I think it just sounds even demo-ish, like, you know what I mean? It's that raw, and it's that way. I think this is more character. The new version's brilliant, but it's just going to blend in with everything that's new. I think this just has more character because of the sound. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of the rehearsal quality, basically, of it. But yeah, I like the new one. I didn't think I would, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I definitely will pick it up. As Johnny Mac says, the price of it is shocking over here at the moment. If it goes down, I'll buy it. But if it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see
If they drop to a price that you want to pay, then yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, how many times are you going to listen to Best Day or Morbid Visions again? Yeah, you know, it's good though. Yeah, it's good single. Good choice.
Are they touring? Are they going to be touring them as well? Does anyone know?
I hope so.
You'd imagine so.
That'd be worth doing, definitely.
Yeah.
And just to put it into perspective, the reissue that I got, I forgot to pick up, from 1997, I think. It's about £5 on Amazon. Compare that with the re-recording, you're looking at about £20 for the two on CD, and like over £50 on the vinyl. So, you know, in that way, it probably makes more sense to pick up the reissue instead of this re-recording, but the re-recording is still really, really great. Plus, there's some extra tracks. I think they put on each one they put an unreleased song, so that's cool. There's extra stuff, but yeah, let's move on to.
What do you think of it, Cody? Have you heard it, mate?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Marty here. I kind of prefer like the older like character of the rawer versions, and I mean, previously I had only listened to that, obviously, but listening to this, I mean, the drums are probably the biggest thing, like Johnny said.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer like the older kind of demo-ish sounding raw kind of stuff, and you know, with my listening habits, that makes total sense. So I prefer a little raw on the sound to me. When it gets too polished, it just kind of blends in with other things. Not to say that, you know, being raw for raw's sake can't blend in, but I think I just prefer the charm of the old recordings a little bit.
It's of a time as well, isn't it? It's of a time that was all they could do. You know, obviously, Brazilian band, and
exactly.
I'm sure the recording that that was as good as it could probably get then. You know, they've got a few more quid now, so obviously they can. You know, it's gonna sound better. Obviously, the new stuff.
Right. Totally agree.
yeah, and you know, modern production as well.
Shit.
When you mentioned the dollar or the quid, right? 30. I'm looking at it here now. I may have this wrong, but the copy that Marty has on vinyl, the one that I found in the store, my local, was 150 Canadian. Okay.
Right.
If I convert that to euro, it's 101 euro. I'm like, Jesus, no wonder why I can't buy it from over there.
Yeah.
That's 20 quid. It costs me fucking higher than that. But yeah, man, it's quite insane.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
Oh man. All right, shall we? Yeah.
All right. Or who's
Yeah.
next? Okay. So I picked probably is to no surprise, Cannibal Corpse Bloodline. Jesus fucking Christ. When they brought Eric Rutan in to join, I was like, okay, all right, shit's gonna get really nasty. And if it's not evident on the track, I don't know what is. Because when it starts off and that riff comes in, I'm like, it's like Cannibal Corpse it's almost like if they wrote a Hate Eternal song, or if Hate Eternal wrote a Cannibal song. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, the fucking drums on that thing, the guitars on that thing. Lord, that's probably the most I think that man's enunciated on a track. Even more so on Violence on Imagine. You could clearly hear what he was saying there. That's like I fucking hear every damn word that man is saying. Holy shit, it almost sounds muddy, but it's not a bad muddy sound. And it's got to be that mastery that Eric Rutan has for production. But yeah, man, with this release and this new record, this is the year of death metal, 100%. So yeah, that's my choice, and that's my gushing over a Cannibal song as usual.
Yeah, I'll hop in if you don't mind. I'm not a huge Cannibal Corpse guy, but I am super excited for this newest album. Like you said, Rutan hopping in there, it was heavy as hell. I also agree with the enunciation with Corpse Grinder. I could understand what he was saying. I'm super excited for the album, and I thought the single was killer, honestly. And that's coming from somebody that really isn't a huge Cannibal Corpse fan. I think I have more respect for them than I actually enjoy listening to their music. But I was pretty stoked to listen to it, and I was really surprised at how heavy it was, for sure.
Let's go.
Yeah. Want me to jump
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I a bit like Cody, I'm not a huge Cannibal Corpse fan. As I said, I've only run one album, and that's The Bleeding. They kind of passed me by. I know everybody was raving about the last album that came out, and it was one of them. I wouldn't mind checking it out, but just never got down to it. So like, there always seem to be other things that I preferred because I've got no. I don't know, because I've not been a fan as such. I've got no affinity with them. But the single's great. As I said, I just put down solid death metal. So I said I can't really compare it to, say, the last album or the other albums out. So I can't really say. But yeah, it's a solid album. The track is at least, so I presume the album's going to be. But no, excellent stuff. It's good. Yeah, I liked it. Mm-hmm. Always good to see Corpse Grinder. Head banging like fuck anyway.
Always.
Yeah.
As he does.
Truly.
And by the way, you're on mute, Marty. Which is probably for the better, but
See,
that's the trouble with these old guys. They just can't work out technology, can they? Oh, he's back on mute again. Oh, and he's off. And he's on.
He's off.
Here.
I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yep.
Working. I don't know. I'm having some serious problems this side here.
No, that's all right.
Thunder and lightning outside is crazy. It's just a fucking mess.
Oh,
Yeah.
What did I miss? Cannibal Corpse, is it?
Yeah.
That was Trevor's pick, obviously, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the single. Good single. It's just more good stuff with Eric Rutan again. Like that song could have fit on the last album. It's very similar. I think he gives the band a bit more sustenance to the band. Just a bit more. There's a bit more to them, I think, with him in the band. Not that there was anything wrong with Pat before or anything like that, but he's just he's brought something different to the band, I think. Professionalism, and I'm gone again, am I?
No.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out there for me.
Yeah.
Fuck this. I don't know what's going on with this fucking weather. It's just shit. I've tried all different things here to put it on to something else, and it's just not happening.
Fucking Simon.
I don't even know what that means,
Yes.
Simon.
Fuck
I'm going
it.
to be
I don't know what's
honest.
going on here.
You'll have to write it down and just hold it up to the screen. What you're going to say?
I don't even know if I'm on now or not.
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
Yeah, I'll write it down. I'll put it in the message. Did you hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Don't fucking act the con. Yeah, as I said, great single. Rutan's doing a great job. He's definitely improved the band. And what's that? Using Wi-Fi. I've tried both, Mickey, and neither fucking thing is working properly. So
Stone Age.
try even hotspot on the fucking phone, even just to get off the Wi-Fi. Like. Yeah. The fucking shit, lads. Shit show. Just keep going.
Oh wow, Trevor's just turned into a ghoul.
Yeah.
Trev.
Trevor's just turned into a ghost, then.
Cody,
Trev got evil there for a second. I was a little worried.
a murmur, bud.
Right. Find something different.
Maybe I'll just go through my thoughts while Marty's trying to sort his internet out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, going off what Johnny was saying about the previous one, that was sort of my starting on point with the band. That was like the first like album I was on for with them, and it instantly hooked me because the first couple of singles were quite thrashy, and that was what really got me in, and I really liked that album. And since then, I've gone through. I've listened to the majority of them now. I think I've got about 3 or 4 left that I've not listened to now. Yeah. As soon as I saw this single had been released, I was like, I've got to check this out. And yeah, I just really like the heaviness of it. It was really sort of mid-paced, groovy, you know. And like you said, the Eric Rutan sort of influence. I've got to check out his previous band now, because I haven't listened to his previous band, Vital Remains. I'm not listening to any of their stuff. Not Vital Remains, I mean Hate Eternal. So yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really good. There was a nice guitar solo, just like sort of tempo change in the middle where it went a bit faster. I really like the vocals. I think it was Mark from Wandering Souls sort of made a similar point. It was really cool how the vocals were sort of almost like they were fading in at times. Really nice effect on that. Yeah, like everyone else, pretty excited for their new album that's coming out in about 2 months' time, I think. So yeah, really looking forward to that. I'll definitely be picking that up when it comes out. So yeah, shall we move on to the next one? Shall we go with Johnny's pick next?
Yeah. Okay. So I've gone Typo Negative, Halloween in Heaven. I think I did put some notes on this. Yeah, it came out. It was the album that it's off is Dead Again, I think. Yeah, Dead Again, which is, there we go. I've got my flops, which is that one. I've also got it. Should we get it out on vinyl as well? Okay, why not? There we go. That's the vinyl. So it's like a triple album set, that one. You got to show them if you got them, right, guys? Yeah. So it's basically for World Goth Day, the record label and the band got together and they got some guy to do a AI video for the song. So that's basically what it is, and it's just, you know, fucking the song was written about Dimebag. Basically, you know, all they mention a lot of the old rock stars that passed away, hence why you see them in the video itself. Yeah. Just saying that, you know, obviously in hence Halloween in Heaven, because all the cool kids are up there having a party and drinking beers and shit like that. I got Mark G with a C. So yeah, I just I an excuse just to play some Typo Negative and talk about them. So because they're one of my favourite bands. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just an AI creative video, and it was cool. It just said it came out in May this year, so I thought it was quite relevant. There was other stuff like I was going to go for the new Black Blade. There's a big video for single for the new album that's just dropped. But I thought I'd go with Typo because I like me goth shit. So yeah, anybody want to comment on it?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, I've actually never listened to Typo Negative, like absolutely zero Typo Negative before this, and You know what? I thought that video was blooming awesome. I loved the art. I don't know whether because I know you can with AI art, you can just type something in. So it makes me wonder if they type the lyrics in and the AI art sort of come up with pictures for the lyrics at that time during the song. Yeah, I thought the video was really, really cool. Added a really nice aesthetic, and the song itself I thought was actually pretty cool. It sort of had a bit of like a old school kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Motorhead. I don't know why, but it had like a little bit of a Motorhead vibe, but obviously with a gothy vibe as well. And then I wasn't expecting the female vocals to come in halfway through. That was a bit of a, I was thinking, oh, okay. But it didn't feel out of place to me. It sort of just added something a bit extra to it. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I thought it was a pretty cool song and a really cool video.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the song before, probably a while ago now. And I still dig the song. It's all right. It's, you know, Josh has just said, like, there's a whole sort of Motorhead, gothy sort of doom thing. And I can understand why you wouldn't have listened to it because, you know, it's slow. The band is slow. You don't listen to slow things. But no, I thought the video was great. To see all these guys that were in there, like Bon Scott and Dimebag and Ronnie and obviously Peter at the end and Vinny and all of these guys who have passed on. It was great to see them, and I dug it. Keep going.
Cool.
Yeah, for me, I'm not so much into goth music. I kind of dipped my toes in the Bauhaus a little bit, and I enjoy what I've heard from that.
Attack of the Dogs.
They don't enjoy goth either, apparently. But yeah, I've tried to get into Typo Negative because, you know, if you're looking for a goth girl, you gotta listen to the music. So, you know, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get there, just for the chick aspect of it. But at the moment, I didn't love it. That's just my take on it. But give me a few months and I'll be right there on the Typo Negative train, I think.
What you need to do, though, do you need to go to that? You need to be listening to the Lamp of Murmur album. What's it called? Is it
Submission and Slavery?
Yeah, that's got a lot of goth in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's and it's got the Sisters of Mercy kind of cover too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have I got it in my collection?
You have that on vinyl, John?
I do, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I only picked it up recently. There we go.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the Sisters of Mercy has like a hand and like a moon or something, right? It's similar covers.
So yeah, it's black and white with the same sort of thing. I could go and pick that up as well if you want, but that's over there, and I can't be asked walking. So but yeah, I've spent quite a few quid on the Lamp of Murmur. I've pretty much got all of them now on vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Spent a lot, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's.
Gone, so I'm fine. She's just gone to pick the daughter up, so I can tell, so I can say. But I've got about 4 or 5 of them that I've just picked up in the last 3 or 4 months, and paid quite a bit for them. But that's it. What you know what it's like. Once you start collecting stuff, you've got to get them all, haven't you? So, but they're not easy to get hold of. So
they're not.
I've just picked that recently. So, yay, Marty's back. Just in time to talk about.
Yeah, maybe Marty should just get what he's going to say out really, really quick, just before his Wi-Fi goes all crap again.
Fucking shitty Ireland weather. Oh, boys.
So,
I don't know. It's just I'm just fucking so frustrated. I'm gonna put my foot through it in a minute. I don't know what's going on.
well, you're on at the moment.
It's going again, is it?
Yeah, you're on.
You're on now, so that's...
Fucking gonna call it a fucking day. What's going? Yeah.
Maybe see if you can try in 5-10 minutes or something, mate. See if the storm passes.
I don't fucking know. It's bullshit.
It's a real shame.
I'm working. I see. I'm talking to myself here for the last 20 minutes. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, we can hear you, but you just
Yeah, we can hear you. You're just not moving.
It just sometimes it keeps cutting out.
As well. So what were you talking about?
Psycho negative.
This is not fucking happening.
Should we just move on?
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Let's go. Let's go to the pick at least.
Oh yeah.
I can hear him going.
Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the song. It's from. Is it from?
It's from Dead Again. Yeah.
Sounds like Daft Punk, huh?
Yeah. Some electronic stuff going on.
Right?
Yeah. Marty's frozen in time again. Yeah. I don't know.
At least
Do we just?
fucking his pick at least.
Yeah.
Should we just go to my pick?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for some reason, I've been in a big incantation kick recently. I think you all know where I'm going with this. They just released a new single called the Concordat The Pact 1. And I was super into it. I don't know what's been going on with me with incantation. I used to think that they were kind of like a lesser death metal band, falsely. But man, like their stuff is just killer. I've been going back to their discography and then finally listened to the single, and I was super into the single. So
yeah, man.
Did
you guys listen to it? What are your thoughts on that?
I haven't, but I've just picked this up recently.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Blue vinyl.
Ooh, blue. I like that.
I've not heard the new track, I must admit, but I will check it out because I'm a big fan. So.
It's dude, it ripped. I didn't even know they were releasing an album until I saw the guys on the fucking Twitter post. They're like, "Holy fuck, new incantation!" I'm like, "What?" And that's where I've been finding out a lot of the bands that are coming out. I'm just going to fucking Bird app. I mean, most people don't like it for whatever reason. That's fine, but man, I'm getting all the bands. So first time I heard it, I was like, Jesus Christ!
It's heavy.
Vocals, the riffs, the fucking drums, the production. It's like, oh man, everything. It sounds so fucking good.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for that record to drop.
I'm excited for it for sure. How would you guys describe incantation? Would you say it's death doom or just straight up death metal?
It's straight up death metal, I think.
Straight up death metal.
They're like Autopsy, aren't they? Like Autopsy. A lot of people, they're essentially a death metal band, but a lot of people say, oh, they're almost death doom, but they're the same sort of music, aren't they? Same kind of style. It's that chugging, heavy, slow shit. But
oh, Anthony.
I said falsely. I said I was wrong. So.
Oh, Anthony. Very.
I said falsely.
Hello, Andy.
have you heard it, Josh?
Me?
You heard it now?
No. I didn't even know they had a new single.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just didn't even know. So no, I have absolutely zero to say on it, to be honest.
You probably should make that happen after the single.
Mhm.
I'm getting some background noise. Who's that
Yeah, I
from?
don't know what that is.
I think it's Marty on his phone.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Everything's echoing.
He's straight up not having a good time.
He's not, is he?
He's just watching.
Oh, did you lose me?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
Nah, I think Marty's gonna
That's all right, buddy.
call it a day. That's a real shame, but yeah, thanks for joining. Anyway,
I suppose if it clears up, maybe you can come on in, 10 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
half an hour.
Yeah.
Come back on out later, mate. If you
Yeah.
signal clears up, buddy.
yeah, if it comes back, then definitely try and join again. Obviously, the link's still there, so
I have not heard that.
never heard of them. Cool.
May have to give her a shot after.
Old school fresh sounds cool. Nah, it's cool.
All good, Middle Marty.
That.
Yeah, troll us in the chat. Get some trolling on.
Yeah.
Let's join this less important from the
Okay. So,
cell phone flash.
should we move on to what should we move on to? I mean, we could talk about Marty's pick, but I don't think that's right to talk about Marty's pick without Marty, unless we could just give like quick thoughts.
Yeah.
On it.
We listened to it, didn't we?
Everyone? Yeah, I listened to it. Yeah, I can. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, so Marty picked Crypta, Lord of Ruins, and I actually never listened to Crypta before this. And you know what? I actually thought it was really good. When it sort of first started, I was thinking, it's all right. But then it sort of come in. I like the vocals. I thought the vocals were very good. Reminded me a little bit of Angela Gosso from Arch Enemy, just a little bit, which is pretty cool. Really nice passage where the guitar solo is, and then that riff after that. I was really banging onto that. That was an awesome riff. So yeah, definitely one that sort of grew as the song went on for me. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I got into them about a month ago through a buddy of mine. He said, you have to go listen to this band. I said, well, who is it? He said, it's Crypta. And for an all-female band, they're as good or better than some of the big boys, man. Like, the fucking guitars are absolutely full of chop. The drums are unbelievable. Their bassist and vocalist is probably one of the nastiest I think I've heard in quite a while. Yeah, there's, Ginger and all these other females, but I can't remember what her name is. I probably would have butchered the, how to say it anyways. But no, it's fucking awesome. The Queen is. Man, it absolutely kicks ass. I'm looking forward to that for sure. If it comes out full out record, or is it already out now? I can't remember. Anyway, killer.
Sure.
Goats.
I think my biggest takeaway, and Simon beat me to the punch, they're also hot.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, not to put down their musical talent, but, at some point, the aesthetic of the musician kind of plays a part in the music. And I thought they were pretty hot.
My mum would tell you that.
It's a pretty good track, I thought. So, yeah, Simon beat me to the punch. And we're still stuck on the $10 prostitute thing, too.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
That's going to be the running theme for this stream, I think.
Man, we should get your dad up on here if Marty can't do it. Man, oh man.
Let me text him real quick, see if I can figure, because he's technologically unadvanced. Let me see if I can.
Working like a chat room. Okay. What a guy.
While you're doing that, Cody, I thought it was excellent. I must admit, I hadn't heard of Crypta. I was aware of them. I knew they were a female Brazilian death metal band, but you can't listen to everything, can you? And again, I not heard them, but the track is excellent. I like the video. Video was cool. I like the sort of the putting the thing over and just putting all the bondage, I suppose. I like the bondage aspect of it with all the ropes and stuff. And yeah, no, it's really good. They say it's solid, very solid. I'll certainly check the album out, most definitely. So yeah, and they're hot as well. So.
Awesome. I'm just checking, see when their album, August the 4th, on Napalm.
Coming soon.
So yeah, a couple of weeks. That's not bad. Yeah. If let's move on quickly. If anyone has any
Oh, Marty, what a boy!
Oh dear, it's not gone well for him, has it? Oh dear.
Poor Marty.
Oh well, he can still participate. Whatever like you had written down for the topics, Marty. Just put them in the chat and we'll get it up. And
Take me home. Oh man, we've gone from $10 horse to Tech Me Whole.
Oh man.
$10 hole again.
Yeah, you might want to clip this, Josh, and put that out right later.
Yeah, I'll do a whole like clip series of the whole. I'll get every single little bit and put it all together.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if we've got any like albums that we've been listening to, if we want to rattle a couple off, I've got a couple that I've been listening to. Some VCLT stuff that I got over the last couple of months or so. God forbid, Gone Forever. Got that from Mark G. It's blooming awesome. Like melodic thrash metal with a bit of melodic death metal in there as well. Pretty cool. Memorial, I got that from Kim. That is really, really cool. Kind of groovy metalcore. Sacrificial, that's more sort of thrashy style metalcore. That one's a bit more sort of late 90s sounding. And that one's a bit more on the melodic death metal side. Really cool. And then a couple of pickups. I'll probably go in a bit more detail on these in a future update at some point. Heathen, the latest one, Empire of the Blind. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed this. I've never really listened to Heathen before this, and I thought I'll pick it up. It was pretty cheap on Amazon. It was really good, actually. Quite like the vocals and the sort of simplistic style, like structure songs, but really heavy, really cool, and an absolute classic, which I'm really glad to have now in the collection.
That's my favorite death record.
Yeah, it's mine as well. I think it's after listening to it, after buying this, I think this is my favourite. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been listening to, and I've been getting into a little bit of black metal as well. Yeah, listen to a bit of Immortal. I need to think now, a bit of Mayhem. Emperor as well, a bit of Emperor. So yeah, been dipping my toe in that recently. So yeah.
I haven't really been listening to a lot of records per se. I've been listening to like a lot of singles. I did go back and listen to the Frozen, that new Frozen Soul record about a week or so ago. We've been listening to the Creeping Death singles, Celestial Sanctuary, been ripping them a lot. Obviously the singles for today, and really a whole lot of albums because I'm waiting for a lot of the big albums to come out later in this year. There's going to be some fun stuff. Although I should say I did check out about 3 or 4 songs off that new Black Raid. Pretty fucking ridiculous. Although I don't understand how he gets put in as this fucking record industry plant. Have you heard about that, Cody?
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
I've heard they get a lot of hate from like the true cult fellas. I don't know. I have heard that rumor, but I don't know if I buy into any of that. I just think there's people just hating on it for being popular.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree.
I've ordered it. I wasn't going to because it was bloody expensive. It was after it's even on his Bandcamp it's $45, isn't it? For the Black Blade album, and I wasn't gonna because as you can imagine, the postage here to the UK is fucking ridiculous. So we're getting. I think with the P&P, it was getting up close to like $100 just for the one album. So I wasn't gonna get it. And then I couldn't help myself. I listened to the first one again. I liked the first album again, and it's like, oh fuck it. So I've ordered it. So that's it. I'm not eating for the week.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I'm not eating for the week now, so I bought that. So
stuck with ramen noodles.
Yeah, you got it.
My dad said he's backstage. If you want to let him in, Josh.
Oh,
can you let him in, Josh?
Okay. Oh, here he is.
Hey, listen, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Clear.
If the topic is a $10 whore, I'm all in.
I'm not the oldest person on the podcast now. Way.
I only got a minute to pop in, guys. I like Cody said, I'm really technologically deprived, but I wanted to jump in just to prove the point that I could click on the link.
Nice.
Incantation being like a what did he say about incantation? Man, 23 and B's coming to your post office, man.
I've thought about it just to see if I had any. They call me black from the waist down, so I wanted to check it out.
Oh shit. Well, this is played quickly.
Yeah, Simon needs $10. He won't say why.
Exchange rate.
With the conversion, it'll wind up only being 4. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
To, jump in y'all's thing and ruin y'all's fun. I got to go. I'm just going to watch a little bit more, but y'all have a good time. Good.
Okay.
Give us a single. Give us a single.
I have enough minutes to click on the link, and I obviously have a decent internet connection. So on the next one, I'm going to stay in and defend the boy. And he's not black from the waist down. I seen him when he was born.
Hey, I'm a grower, not a shower.
Hey,
Same thing,
y'all have.
Oh man, this comment section is brilliant, man. Holy shit. Poor Marty.
Yeah, what happened to Marty there?
Gotta get a fucking.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, it's great.
If anything, it's completely hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man. Okay. Oh man, I don't know where we can move on from that now. That's just
Stream's over.
yeah.
Oh, you were showing stuff that we're listening to. Let me show some stuff off.
Uh-huh.
So I just filmed a new video, and this is the stuff I showed. I actually have one 2023 release here that's actually pretty good. I showed it in a previous video. Malleus.
Nice.
This is like first wave black metal, speed, thrash. Reminds me a lot of like early Slayer. So check that out if you haven't heard of this. Malleus. Uh-oh, did I go away?
No,
You're full screen.
I'm full screen.
Have a look
Malleus.
at it. Yeah.
Here, let me show some other stuff. I got stuck with a TikTok trend and got into Gromsomkite. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. It's
No.
terrible. Don't listen to it.
Oh. Well, we've been warned.
So this is another, the guy who's behind Gromsomkite. He does, his name is BSOD, Black Son of Darkness, so he's kind of a nerd, obviously. But this is his Dungeon Synth album. It's terrible, too. I waited about 4 months for this, and then I finally played it, and it's just not very good. So, two not-so-hot ones. This is a Maleficent. This is black metal. This is a compilation of 2 EPs. Really good stuff here.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't have figured it out for the cover.
Falkenbach. This is like kind of like later Bathory Viking metal. I actually prefer this over the Bathory Viking stuff. So this is actually really good.
The cover's very Bathory.
The cover is very Bathory. I don't know if you can. It's got like the ships and the mountain in the background. And then last up, I've got a split. This is the Ifernac Pan Native American Front split. This is a limited edition that I got. It has one flaw on it. It's got this little bend right here. But I got it used, and I got it at a good price, so I was pretty pleased with it. But yeah, that's all I have to show.
Cool.
Do you want me to show some bits and bobs?
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Picked up the new Dodom's Guard, which is quite good. THG as they call themselves, which is quite smart. This is almost post black metal, which is good. Which are called Black Medium Current. I've been listening to some Death Breath. Stinking up the night. This is what's his face? Nicky Anderson from Entombed. Like going back to his death metal roots, which is nice. Sort of horror based, which is cool. What else have I been? I'm going to show that later. I'm listening to some Lick, which also where's that? There.
Oh, very nice.
Which has obviously got some Matt Lady art on it, so it's always good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Rips, man.
Swedish, as I said, sounds like a HM, sort of old school HM2 Swedish sounding, and it's really good. Saw them live last year, they were excellent, very good band. What else have I been listening to? Got a stack of stuff here. Oh, I'll tell you what I've been listening to is some, where is it? Some cattle decapitation. If I can find it.
Record Terracite?
Yeah. The first EP or first album. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got this, has been listening to that as well,
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
which is quite cool. And I got that one as well while I was at it.
I just picked that one up the other week too.
It's good stuff. Why can't I find my cattle decap? Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. Death metal stuff. There we go. There. Maybe. No. I give up. I can't find the bloody things. I put them somewhere. I can't find them. Must be it. Is that it? No. I've listened to the first. Is it Human Jerky by Cattle Decap? That's it. In front of me. Too many bloody things. Where is it?
Oh, very nice.
And the vinyl is one especially for Roger. Look at that.
Ooh.
Oh, that's definitely for Rod.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, Roger will love that.
yeah, so it's the first. This is very, very grindcore, obviously. Very death grind. I've been listening to quite a bit of grindy stuff, so. And while we're there, that as well.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Picked up, managed to get a vinyl copy of it, so it's obviously the issue on music on vinyl, but sounds fucking sweet. But there you go. That's about the stuff I've been listening to, apart from obviously the things that I've got out to show for the 2023 albums. So.
Awesome.
Oh man, dude, that chat's going funny. It's great.
Yeah.
So what we
Yeah. Roger just went blind. Oh man. Same. I've never listened to Cattle Decapitation. Never listened
I've
to
seen
them.
them live a few times, but wasn't really into it.
That's
It's not
fair.
yet, by guys. It's not yet, mate.
Okay, so should we move on to the next topic? And let's do the super groups next. So basically, we're going to pick between 3 and 5 different super groups. Obviously, metal, our favourite super groups. We don't know if there's going to be any crossover yet because we haven't actually discussed what bands we have picked.
I spoke to Marty about it, so I've got an idea what he was going to choose. So I can show two. I can show 2 albums or bands that he was going to pick. I've got them in mind. So I've got as it is. I've got 7. So 2 of them I'll pick Marty for him.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. And yeah, if Marty wanted to put his, in the chat, then we can have a look and see what his list was as well. So how are we gonna do this? We're just gonna pick them. We're gonna go one by one, or we're just gonna pick them all, like show them all each, one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Marty. Nice.
Very generous. He's a generous guy.
That is.
Okay, so shall we go? We can go like round the circle like that.
Yeah, start with you.
All right. Okay. So first one that I've got, I haven't actually got any albums by them, and they're not like an actual metal band, but they're more like a hard rock kind of style band. But they kind of cross over into a bit of heavy metal here and there. And that's Chicken Foot. And Chicken Foot is
Sammy Hagar. So I've got Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy Hagar, and it's also got the bass player from Van Halen as well, Michael Anthony. And also on the drums, they had Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers. And on the lead guitar, they had Mr. Egghead, Joe Satriani. And that was my main sort of interest. That was what piqued my interest the most. I've only they only did 2 albums. They did the self-titled. They did this self-titled. Hopefully this is going to work. There you go. They did that self-titled in 2009. And I have listened to that. I did actually check a bit of it out before. And then they did a second album, oddly called Chicken Foot 3, in 2011. And then since then, they've done a couple of live albums, and that's it. They haven't really done anything since. Yeah, that is my first pick. Pretty cool band.
Yeah, they're not half bad. I don't have anything by these guys at all, but because I haven't been able to find any of their stuff. I'm going with Metal Allegiance, and for the most part, it's everybody, right? It's Mike Portnoy's on drums. I think usually Chuck Billy does the vocals. Dave Ellison on bass, or better known as Spanky, for those in the know. Cody laughs. And Alex Skolnick on guitar. And then, of course, they have a revolving door of, singers, and sometimes other guitar players will come into and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty much that. This was actually a lot harder than I thought. But, of course, John would have like 6 or 7 because, he knows them all. So, yeah, I pretty much only have 2 real decent picks that I have stuff from. But, yeah, Metal Allegiance.
Cool. You want to go next, Cody, or me?
I'll go. So I don't have any physical copies of any of the stuff I'm showing. But let's just roll with it, hey? So the first one I chose was Terrorizer, the death metal / grindcore band. They started out with, I believe, Jesse Pintado from Bujira and Napalm Death. He's passed away since, so rest in peace. David Vincent, obviously from Morbid Angel. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nice.
I love that record. Holy shit.
And Pete Sandoval. So I thought that was pretty super groupy to me.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, good shout. All right, do you want me to do my... I'll tell you what, I'll do Marty's first. His first one is this, which is Bloodbath.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I never even thought about that. Jesus.
Which is, I'd say, obviously another super group. Still going now. Obviously, the earlier stuff, vocalist was Ackerfeld, whatever his name is, from Opeth. Because it's always nice to hear him doing his death growls, because he doesn't do them these days for Opeth. But now they've got Nick Holmes from Paradise Lost doing the vocals. Last album was absolutely brilliant, really good stuff. But that was Marty's first pick. One of mine is actually I've just showed. It's Nail Bomb.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which I've been listening to a lot, but I've got on CD as well, which is just happened to super good. Obviously, you've got it's only 2 guys. It's all Max Cavalera, talking to Cavalera, and Alex Newport from Fudge Tunnel, which is obviously industrial death metal, thrash, whatever you want to call it. Excellent stuff. So that's my first choice.
Awesome. Bloodbath.
They are amazing.
Yeah, I've got to check them out. I've never listened to them, to be honest. Right, okay. No. Okay, my next pick means that Trevor's just talked about. my next pick is Metal Allegiance. And yeah, I mean, going off what Trevor said, it basically is like a metal who's who really on both their albums. I do have both their albums here. I actually got them for my dad for his birthday. There's the first one.
Cool.
And that features Randy Bly, Phil Anselmo, Chuck Billy, Marcus Guida, Matt Heafy, Steve Zetro Souza, Alyssa White Gloves, you know, and then that's the second one there. I don't know if they're going to put out any others after this. I think they're the only two they've done. And yeah, just a really awesome sort of celebration of all metal, really, because you pretty much have almost every sort of style, every sort of genre that has a little sort of feature on every track, really. And obviously it's mainly rooted in like that groove thrash metal, but every song has a different flavor with a different, you know, obviously different musicians, different vocalists as well. And it's just a really, really cool band. I think a really cool band for metal as well, just to sort of bring everything together. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool that a band like that exists. So yeah, that was my next pick. Next.
Okay. This should probably come as no surprise, as I've sort of banded about these guys before numerous times. I'm going to go with Kill or Be Killed. Obviously, Troy Sanders on bass and vocals. Now, of course, this had Dave Illich originally on drums, and now they have Ben Kohler from Converge. Max Cavalera, we've probably said his name about 1,000 times. And of course, Greg Picciotto, formerly of Dillinger Escape Plan, and now he's got a bunch of other things, his own solo projects and so forth. Yeah, man, I've been into these guys since the first record, being this one. The second one, it wasn't as. The second one wasn't as good as the first. I mean, I do like about a good 3 or 4 tracks off it, but I'm not even sure. I believe they're still active, but I don't know if they're going to do fucking Spank Ellison. Yeah, basically. I don't know if they're going to do another record or not, because I keep hearing conflicting voices that they're not going to. So, Spanky, yeah, Spank. So, yeah, that's my second pick.
Awesome.
Yeah, my second pick, you know, I was talking to my dad a little before this, and I was like, man, I don't really know that many supergroups. And so we kind of had a discussion on what the definition of a supergroup is, and, you know, to me it's kind of open to interpretation of what you think a supergroup is. So I chose Memoriam. You know, you got Carl Willits, Frank Healy, you know, we got Benediction guys, Bolt Thrower guys. Looks like their guitarist was in Massacre. So I went with Memoriam. So
Well,
hope that
got a new
fits.
drummer as well, haven't they? The last 2 albums have had a new drummer as well.
Right.
So the original drummer was the guy from Bolt-Thrower, wasn't it? But the new one,
Spiky T. Smith is the
yeah, I
new
think
one.
he's like a punk drummer, isn't he? He gives
Right.
a new punk vibe to it. It's good. Good. The last 2 albums have been excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Nice one.
That's a great choice. That's definitely a supergroup.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, mate. Cool. Right. Tis moi. I'll do Marty's next one. And he wanted to pick Audio Slave. That was one of his. Obviously, it's members of Rage Against the Machine with Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. Yeah, super good. So that was one that Marty wanted to pick. I'm going to go for
Yes.
Phantoms.
Yeah.
Now, this is Mike Patton from Faith No More, Dave Lombardo on drums, obviously we know from Slayer, Buzz Osborne from the Melvins, and Trevor done as well.
Yeah.
It's just another weird fucking Mike Patton side project, but as I said, super good. So that's my next one. I've got another 3 if you want me to show them. Or have any of you guys got any more to show?
That's cool. I've got 2 more.
Got one
Okay,
more.
cool. There we go then. Back to you, Josh.
Okie dokie. Next one I've got was a VCLT from Simon Pieface. And I've showed it before. It's Archaea. And this is the one and only album they did called The Years in the Darkness. And yeah, as it says on the hype sticker, they got 2 members or 2 ex-members from Fear Factory, and then 2 members from a metalcore band called Threat Signal. And it's basically like sort of that era Fear Factory, but with a little bit more metalcore and a little bit more groove, and obviously no industrial side. So I was sort of thinking about this being like Fear Factory, but a lot better. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's, yeah, as I said, it's got a really cool sort of groovy, very precise guitar tone, sort of mixed blend with some metalcore in there. Vocals really good. Artwork's really good as well. And yeah,
Cool.
it's a really awesome supergroup album, that. Yep. Trevor, have you got any more?
One, and this won't come to anybody's shock. I mean, do I really have to? I mean, Philip Anselmo from Pantera, Pepper Keenan from fucking Corrosion of Conformity, and you have Kurt Winstein from fucking Crowbar, and Todd Strange on this record from Crowbar, and then they've had Rex Brown, and they've had Pat Bruders, and obviously on drums they got Jimmy Bauer. Obviously, you guys know, oh, there he goes picking fucking down again. Oh, Jesus Christ, they're like one of my favorite bands. And to be honest with you, I'm going to make a fucking bit of a statement here. I would rather listen to these guys than Pantera. Almost day of the week now. And people are like, oh, how can you say that? Well, fucking, I'm good. I've listened to them enough. I'm good. I haven't listened to these guys near enough. You know, contrary to probably popular belief, but yeah, they've been probably one of my favorites for quite a long time, and yeah, I'll choose. If I had the chance to listen to this or this, it's going to be this, and that's just because, yeah, I'm kind of over the whole Pantera thing right now. Yeah, that's my final pick because supergroups were racking my brain.
It's fair enough. Cody, did you say you had another one?
I have one more, and this one's kind of pushing it a little bit as supergroup. But how about Fugitive? I think Marty commented it. It's got the drummer from Creeping Death, ex-Fuming Mouth, and then it's got the guitarist for formerly Power Trip and ex-Eternal Champion. And I thought the EP was fantastic that they put out. So yeah, that's my last pick.
That's a definition of a super.
Marty's just put in his other picks: Badland, Sons of Apollo, Winery Dogs, Liquid Tension Experiment, and SOD.
Yeah, SOD. Fun. Duh.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, quite a lot of those I actually would like to check out.
SOD is the only one I've heard of. It's really good too.
SOD, excellent.
Yeah, I know Liquid Tension Experiment is basically Dream Theater, but without the vocals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That might be a band I might like. Fuck James Free.
Sons of Apollo is the band that Mike Portnoy made when he left Dream Theater.
Okay.
And Winery Dogs, I know, has got Billy Sheehan in it and Richie Kotzen.
Yes. And that's also got fucking Mike on it too, doesn't it?
It probably has.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Do these?
Yeah.
Three left to do. Are you all done? Shall I show these in one go there?
Yeah.
To be honest,
I've got one more, but you can do all yours.
Okay, yeah, I'll get mine done. I was really pushing. Obviously, I was looking through my stuff. I've gone for Them Crooked Vultures, which is Dave Grohl, obviously from Foo Fighters, Josh Homme from his band. What the fuck are they called? I can't think. And it's got John Paul Jones on bass from Led Zeppelin. I think they've only done the one album. I'm not sure. Next up, for all the lovers of grunge, Temple of the Dog, which is members of Soundgarden and Pearl Jam. This is one of my favourite albums of all time. Love this. Absolutely awesome. And last but by no means least, Velvet Revolver, which is obviously Scott Weiland from... my mind. It's gone blank. And mostly members of Guns N' Roses. So I was looking through my collection, seeing if I could find any supergroups, and trying to not pick the same as what I thought other people. We all knew Trevor was going to go for Down, so. But yeah, that's me done.
Predictable and pathetic. That I am.
I'm just going to go through a couple of some of Anthony's ones. Hail of Bullets. Beast, I've never heard of them.
Who's in Hail of Bullets, Anthony?
I know Martin Van Drunen is.
Yeah.
That's about as far as my knowledge goes.
I might have to check that out then. Because I'm a bit of a fan of Martin. Wonderful. Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. What's up next there, kid?
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe?
Possibly. I know they had Gene Hoglan as the drummer.
Right.
Kevin Townsend.
Yeah, because he was in Dark Angel before that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And
Death as well.
yes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Great album. Really
So,
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's
no.
that? Is that strapping?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That one's really good. I do enjoy that one.
Cool. Yeah. So the last one that I had was also one that Trevor picked, and that's Killer Be Killed. And I'm just going to go over it briefly because Trevor said the majority of the stuff. Greg Prosciutto from Dillinger, Max, obviously, Troy Saunders as well from Mastodon. And then, they've had various drummers. This one's my favourite out of the two because this one is so aggressive and so heavy. All the songs feel like that all the guys wrote them together, and they just, they flow really nice. And there's just a real punky aggression with this, which I really enjoy. And definitely recommend that one. I think that's probably, I would say this would be in my top 3 metal supergroup albums. Out of all the ones that we've talked about, I'd say this one's at least in the top 3. It's absolutely fantastic. And then they did this one in 2020, which I don't think is as good. And I think the problem with this one, I feel, is that on the first one, it felt like all the guys wrote the songs in the same room. It didn't feel like that. They didn't feel as cohesive to me. They just sort of felt like they put one bit together with another bit, and then Max comes in and goes, "Brr," and then that was, it just didn't feel like the songs flowed and were as cohesive. So yeah, that's it for that. Now let's get on to the bit that's probably going to take the longest here. Already an hour and 20 in. Yeah, we're going to be picking our top 5 to top 10 favourite albums from the year so far. So obviously we're going from the first half of this year. I've got 7 in total. I don't know about anyone else, but I've got 7.
10.
You've got 10.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course he would. That's fine.
my man.
So we can go round like we have been.
Okay.
Go through. I don't know if you want to do 2 at once, Johnny. Sort of.
Okay, yeah, can do.
If we're going, Okay, so the first one I'm going to pick, which is a fairly obvious one if you know me, because it's for the longest time it's been the only one I had on CD, and that's the new Obituary, Dying of Everything, because it is phenomenal. And honestly, I mean, I've talked about this quite a lot on my channel. So yeah, Codi's repping the Obituary merch.
Yep.
This album literally just harkens back to that early Obituary sound from Cause of Death and that sort of era of the band, which is the best era of the band. And I think this album is just really, really solid. Loads and loads of great songs. I love the first song, Barely Alive. Without a Conscience, War, Dying of Everything is fantastic. It's probably the best song. By the Dawn, Weaponize the Hate as well. And the last song as well, Be Warned. I really, really rate that song. It's just so good, that song. It is wicked. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying the fact that you like a fucking song that's absolutely low, slow, and crushing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really like that song. I think it's cool.
Yeah, great album. I haven't picked it because I knew someone else would, so I thought I'd go a little bit more obscure. But are you going to see them, Josh? They're touring out. They're doing a UK tour later on this year.
Are they? When?
I can't remember. My mate bought the tickets, but me and a couple of mates are going up to Manchester to see him. So, but then I know they're doing a full tour. I think some of the other guys.
Cool.
I think Metal Mickey's going to come to that show as well, and a few other guys going to be going to it.
Nice.
Matt G with the Sea's got Liverpool. He's not coming to. You can't get the time off for the Manchester show, but yeah, they should be awesome.
That's
last
fair
song they supported Slayer, obviously, on the final tour. And they were absolutely stunning. They were absolutely brilliant, really good. So
yeah, I've been meaning to go and see him because I missed that. I've said the story a few times that we didn't get in because we were waiting for the idiots on the door to let us in, and we were going at a bloody snail's pace, and we missed the whole Obituary set. We missed the first 10-15 minutes of Anthrax as well. It was a real pain in the bloody arse, but missed out. Yeah.
I could have picked a lot more. You know that, Simon.
Yeah.
I could have picked 10 just black metal, to be honest, but
Not surprised.
Wrong time, yeah, it's a good song.
Well, Josh, you picked mine, so we'll just move to Codi, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I already spoke about this album. This came out, I want to say, in February. Once again, it's just Malleus. What's the Fires of Heaven? For fans of early Slayer, proto-black metal, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, they're from Boston, Massachusetts, here in the States. So they've kind of got like the whole like old England, old New England kind of vibe to them a little bit. So definitely check out Malleus if you haven't. Really good album.
Cool. Like my first choice, I'm going to go for the thrash band. I think these are German. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
They brought an album out in the 90s or something like that, and then nothing. And then they brought this one out this year, just out of the blue. Just love the cover. Some of the Demon by Meslo.
Cover's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Ooh.
the whole
especially
thing. Yes, sir.
it's supposed to be purple vinyl. It says on the hype sticker 500 copies. Demonic, purple, and clear marble, but that's blue. So there you go. They always fit along with him. But yeah, really good. If you like some old sounding thrash, it's just thrash metal, and it's great. There's not that many new thrash bands or albums that come out, but this was really cool. It came out of nowhere. It was cheap on Amazon. I picked it up as a blind buy because it was cheap, and I really like it. So, if you like your thrash?
Yeah, I think I saw that. I think I saw that on CDN Records. I may have to pick that up.
It's a really good track. It's excellent stuff. Do you want me to do another one while I'm here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's put my first black metal anyway. I don't know if Cody's going to show this or not. I'm going to get him before him.
Oh, that's a great one.
Bloodstorm. I had two because as I say, I'm on a Lamp of Murmur kick at the moment. I could only get the black vinyl because it's the cold vinyl. Yeah, one for Lodge. There you go, Lodge. Black vinyl copy. An absolute banger, as we know, because Cody chose it as a single in one of the previous streams. Did you not, sir? So. This is just.
Look at that gatefold. I love that.
It's good, isn't it? So yeah, I was looking to get hold of this because it's quite, as Cody can attest, they're quite hard to get hold of. Lamp and Murmur vinyl. So yeah, this is just excellent. As I said, it's quite different to their previous stuff. So, but they said that the last album, as we discussed, was quite gothic-y, quite Sisters of Mercy-ish. But this is back to some excellent black metal. It's got quite a lot of guitar in it, and some heavy metal guitar in it. Good stuff. So yeah, that's my first two. So be done.
Nice. Oops.
Roger.
Finally, some black vinyl.
Especially for you, Lodge.
Yeah, some of the ones that he's mentioned in terms of I think his favorites are awesome. Yeah, Mesro is Swedish, I guess. Rutger says.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Right, Joshy.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go through.
That void ceremony and vomitory are sexy.
Yeah. Roger's blindness is healed.
He can see.
Down the vinyl's black.
That's the vomitory, which
Yeah.
I haven't chose, but I just thought I'd show it off because it's a there we go.
And he's ruined.
He's gone again now.
Poor Rod.
Sorry, Lodge.
He'll be like,
The album. Going to see these later on in the year as well with
Yeah.
Vader. Play with Vader, so it should be excellent.
Oh,
wow,
best.
awesome. That's pretty cool. Right, okay, my next pick. And he's no longer in the chat, but he'll see this eventually. I've gone with my mate Mickey's
Good shout.
album. His band Symptoms of Lunacy, and Hello My Brother. And yeah, he sent me this. Well, actually, courtesy of Simon, he sent me this, and wrote me a really nice letter there. And yeah, this is his second album, his first one come out in 2020, I believe. And basically how this came about was the fact that one of his really good mates passed away recently. And he basically channeled all that into making this album. And it's all self-made. He plays everything on it, sings as well, produced it all himself, and yeah, I just think it's a really, really awesome album. It's got that sort of 80s, 90s style hard rock, heavy metal, which I really enjoy. It's got a bit of a grungy vibe to some of the songs. Some of my favourite tracks on here is Violence is Love. I think that's really good. My Disguise, Little Bugs, Leave Me Alone, I'm a Dog, Mad Again. Those songs are probably the heaviest songs, a bit more hard hitting. But yeah, the whole thing is really good, and I just wanted to give him a bit of support. I know he's not watching right now, but if he does, then yeah, well done, man, for that album, because it's brilliant, and hope that other people might go check it out and buy it. I know that quite a lot of people, yeah, Johnny's got one, Marty's got one. I've got one for James, Mr. Boulder. Next time he comes round, I've got one waiting for him. So yeah, hopefully more guys might be interested to pick that up.
As you say, for me, it was very Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
that's the vocal harmonies and that sort of thing. Because obviously he's done it all himself, but that it reminded me a lot of that. And the second track, My Disguise, has got a bit of a Diamond Head vibe to it. I don't know where it came from. I think it's his vocals sound a lot like what's his face on the early Sean Harris, I think, the singer from Diamond Head. Sounds a lot like that, but yeah, it's very good. I was really impressed with it. It's good shit. So yeah,
excellent guitar playing as well.
Yes, some good solos and stuff on it.
Yeah. So yeah, Trevor, you're up next.
So this should come as no surprise. But as of right now, this record's not making my top 10. In Flames is foregone. It's good. It's probably the best that they put out in a little while. But as of right at this current moment, that's one of my top 5. But once the rest of the year goes on, that's not even coming anywhere near the Windows link. It's coming nowhere near my top 10 at all. Because there's some records coming down the pipe, man, that are just gonna blow that thing right out of the fucking water. So that's it.
Fair enough.
Well,
Cody.
Yeah, so we're here at the month 7 out of 12. So, like Trev said, I'm expecting some great albums to come down. I think I have 7 on my list. So I'm gonna do my 2 Dungeon Synth albums and just get those out of the way for you guys, because I know no one wants to hear about my Dungeon Synth stuff. So first up, I don't have any of these physical yet. Contrasort Chimerion. This is a space, like sci-fi sounding dungeon synth, or maybe you could call it dark ambient, whatever you want to call it. Listen to it again today just to make sure that it was something I want to put on this list, and it really is. It's really great for, if you're sitting home playing video games or relaxing or anything like that. Definitely give that a look. Also, I have Mage Light by Fogweaver. This is pure dungeon synth, inspired by the works of Ursula K. Le Guin, who is a famous fantasy author. But both really good dungeon synth albums, and worth looking into if you're into any ambient stuff, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Lovely.
Right, well,
Cool.
I'm going to piggyback onto your dungeon synth, my man.
Aha!
And the first is going to be this, which is Poison Ruin and
Ooh.
Harvest. Black Vinyl for Lodge. Now,
Black vinyl, Roger.
yeah, one for Lodge. Now, I don't know if you know these, but they're basically, they play standard punk rock with dungeon synth, and it shouldn't work, but it does, as the hype sticker says. Probably. Yeah. Dungeon synth and punk rock. As I said, it's absolutely brilliant. I'd seen, I think it was, I've seen a few people mention it on YouTube here. I think it was, what they call, Metal Comedy, what's his name? Anyway, forget it. My memory's crap. And talking of punk, the new Lancet album, I like me punk rock. I know it's not metal, but look, it's my stuff. This new Lancet album is absolutely brilliant. Return to form. Not that the other stuff was shit, but this is almost as good as Out Come the Wolves. And Out Come the Wolves, which is my favourite Lancet album. One of my favourite albums of all time. So yeah, new Lancet album. Very cool. Love it if you like your punk. So yeah, that's my next two.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So my next one, my next lot basically are ones that I've been listening to over the last couple of weeks, because when we did this and I'd only listened to those two albums, I was panicking, thinking, "Oh God, I need to get at least 5 here." So I've been panicking listening to stuff, but we've got a semi-decent list here of stuff. I was going to go through a couple of Marty's picks here. Enslaved.
That's so good.
And Drapna.
All right.
Okay. Cool. I saw that. I thought that was quite funny.
Name of the stream: $10 whore.
What can you get for $10 on the stream?
Bag of chips and a can.
Where will they do next? Yeah.
Right? Isn't it great?
That's crazy. Right, okay, so my next pick is from one of the singles that we talked about recently. Well, not recently, on the first actual thing, and that's Overkill. And yeah, we listened to, I believe it was The Surgeon when that first come out, and we were sort of a bit mixed on that single. But then when the title track Scorched come out, that really got me into really wanting to listen to the album, because that song, I still think that song's probably the best song on the whole album. It's just so great. So yeah, I listened to the whole thing, and I really enjoyed it. It's 51 minutes long, but it doesn't feel that long, you know. So yeah, I thought Twist the Whip was pretty good. Wicked Place, Fever. The last two tracks I thought were really good as well. It's just I wasn't really sure what to expect with it, and I ended up really enjoying it. So yeah, that's my next one.
Killer album. I must admit, when you showed the single at the time, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't enjoy it at all. I thought the vocals sounded strained. I just didn't enjoy it. But since I haven't bought it, I must admit, but I did have a listen on YouTube, and it's a fucking good album. Really good. I really enjoyed it, Josh. Fair play. It is a good album. I'm at the stage, if I see it cheap, I might pick it up. But I'm a big fan of earlier Overkill, and what was the one that came out many years ago, which I thought was excellent. Can't remember, but yeah, new one's excellent. Really dig it.
Yeah, that was my first time listening to like newer Overkill as well, because I'd only listened to the ones that Marty sent me. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect, and then after I heard it, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to listen to some more of their latest stuff because I thought it was really good. So
I mean, as you know, I wasn't on board with it either, and then I heard it in context of the full album to do a review on it. I was like, yeah, no, this fucking rips, dude. It rips. My next choice, I'm going with Enforced War Remains. Jesus Christ. What can't we say about that record? It's fast. It's fucking brutal. It's mixed very, very well. Man. Everything on that record is absolutely fucking glorious. That's probably going to sneak into my top 10, I think, this year, but it's going to depend on, as everybody said, we, I guess, agreed that later on maybe some tasty gems, but man, that Enforced record is fucking unreal. Comes out of the gate strong and just beats the absolute piss right out of you.
My buddy just saw them on Wednesday live, and I saw them, I forget when, but they put on a great show. They kill it.
Enforced. Yeah, they're awesome live. We saw them last year, the year before.
Yeah,
played in Manchester. Fucking great.
Really they're great live.
I was going to show the album, but I don't know where to put it. It's here somewhere, so I can't be bothered looking for it.
Yeah.
I should put them in alphabetical order, but I haven't, so that'll teach me.
So let's move on to my pick. This is a band that I had known of for quite some time and keep up with their releases and stuff. I actually talked with the guy behind the project after, I forget what I posted, but we got in contact and we've been DMing a little bit. That's Nile Invocations, Blood Upon the Gates at Dawn. This is black metal, kind of meat and potatoes black metal, a lot of tremolo picking, kind of, I wouldn't say raw, but just kind of, when you think of black metal, you're going to think of something like this, if that makes sense. And I thought it was a really great release. It just came out recently, so I haven't picked that up on any physical copies yet, but I'm sure coming up here soon I might pick up something. If not a cassette or a CD or something like that, just to show some support.
Mm-hmm. Nice one.
Fair enough.
I'll show a couple more. I'm going to do some Doom.
Nice.
First of all, I've only listened to this once. It's only just come out, but it's absolutely stunning. New Static Abyss.
Oh, yes.
This is obviously Chris and Greg from Autopsy. First one was Killer. This is just as good. So essentially, it sounds like Autopsy, which is what we want. Autopsy is good. So yeah, excellent stuff. So that's the first. So Death Doomy. And the next one is New Church of Misery, Born Under the Mad Sign. These are the most. I've only just got into this this band, and they're basically the Japanese doom band that sing about serial killers. And as you look on the back of it, they mention each of the serial killers on there. So I picked up a stack of their stuff over the last couple of months, and this is the new one that's come out. Really good, excellent stuff. And while I'm on the big screen, that's one of Marty's picks, The Enslaved.
Oh, nice.
And, which
cool.
is excellent. Really
Looks
good.
like I said black vinyl up there too, so.
It is, yeah. Especially for that. Should we get it out? It's
Yeah.
a double album.
Yeah,
I'll show them
let's make Roger happy. Yeah, there you go.
And he wants his album anyway, so there you go. Double black vinyl for you. There you go, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is excellent. This is essentially progressive black metal. But it's really good. As I said, it doesn't. It's another genre that you don't think would work, but mixing prog and black metal just works really well. And I like this band. This new stuff is great.
Yeah.
So that was I said Marty's pick, and I'm a big fan of it as well. So there you go. How many have I got left? 1, 2.
Roger.
I've got about 6 more to pick. So you know.
Yeah, no. That Enslaved record is fantastic.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah. Awesome. And yeah, Marty picked another one earlier here called that Tanith Voyage.
Is it black metal-y? Don't know then.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it could be. 4 10s.
Yes. Those 2 altars are pretty damn fucking good. Wild, but it's pretty fucking good for sure.
That album's supposed to be very good as well. That's black metal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
Nah.
I think he'd like me to steal his thunder and his bloody lightning, and
Yeah, then he could join back on.
Exactly.
We're still going to be going on for I don't know how long, but there's still plenty time left. The main things from this stream is that Marty has not been able to join us because he's got horrendous internet problem, and there's a whole running theme about $10 whores. So you all caught up.
And Roger going blind.
Yeah, Roger's got blinded because of all of the coloured vinyls.
He's been colour blinded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
Josh, what you got, buddy?
My next one. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this. I've gone with a fairly obscure-ish one, but it's one that I found from a album review from my mate JC Rock and Metal Reviews, and that is When It Comes Up.
It's there.
Olympus by Stray Gods. I'd never heard of this band, and basically what how JC described them was like the new Iron Maiden, and he was not wrong, because musically it mixes perfectly, like the old school and a little bit of the newer Iron Maiden, and vocally the vocals are literally Bruce Dickinson clone. He sounds just like him, like literally note for note sounds just like him. And yeah, if you didn't know, you'd think it was like another Bruce Dickinson solo band or something. Trevor's gone to sleep. He's had enough already.
Fuck.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just more Iron Maiden type stuff that we've all heard of 50,000 fucking times. Anyway,
Okay.
Carry on, you handsome devil.
Nah, I just thought it was really good because, like, basically, like, what I was thinking about this, like, if you're bored of what Iron Maiden are doing, then this is a really good album to check out, because it sort of harkens back to that old school Maiden, and you know the album doesn't go on forever like the Iron Maiden or the new Iron Maiden albums do. 8 tracks, 45 minutes. You know, if you're looking for something that sounds like Iron Maiden that isn't, those guys would be a good one.
I may have to, you know, if they're not as 120 minutes long or something. Okay. So I'm sure someone might pick this next one, but I don't actually have the physical copy, and that is Hell Rippers, Warlock Grim, and Withered Hags. Jesus, jumped up, fuck, that thing is so... It's nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. The cover is fantastic. James sounds like I don't know what got into him on this record, but he sounds far better than any other record he's been on. I know a few friends of mine got to see him the other night, and yeah. Do I really need to go on and on about how good this fucking thing is? I mean, John, I'm pretty sure you did a review on that, didn't you, John?
Yeah, well, it was with a single, wasn't it? You remember when we were doing singles? I picked the single, Knuckle of E, the first track on here. That was the single that I picked. So there's James himself. What a ledge!
Oh, you're damn right. You're damn right.
Yeah, this was going to be one of my picks as well. So excellent album.
The guys are more excited about my rant, for fuck's sake. I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I got Roger on board with that instead of my shitty fucking colored file.
Yeah.
$10 rant king.
Don't worry, fellas. I've been queuing up a rant in my head about the new KK Downing single and record and fucking title and all that shit. Anyways, yeah.
It's a green vinyl, but you can't quite see it.
No, I don't have enough good things to say about that Hellripper record. Every little nook and cranny on that record is fucking amazing. And James, vocally, my fuck. It's like he's screaming at almost the top of his lungs, but he's probably not. He's probably just in the studio, just chilling and letting it out. But he just sounds like a fucking maniac.
The new shit sounds awesome live as well, Trev. Managed to go see him with Marty with a C, and they were absolutely stunning. Really good live. Very good live.
Yeah. What's up, Codes?
Yeah, so
Black metal?
No, actually no black metal on this one. This is a speed/heavy metal. I'm just like Josh. I was worried I wasn't gonna get enough picks, so I went on my Bandcamp and looked through some stuff, and I found this record called Javelin by Javelin. It's like speed meets heavy metal. No black metal in it. It's not black and speed metal, but it's very interesting. I'm not quite sure where it's from. I suppose I can take a look, but it has like a umlaut above it. But it's super interesting. I found it literally like yesterday or the day before. Yeah, let's see where they're from here. Oh, here's some names for you. Guitars and vocals by Jizzy Starlust. Bass and vocals by SB Thunderfucker. And drums by Sonic Seducer. So if that gives you no, I swear I'm looking at it right now. Released July 14th, so it just came out yesterday. From Helsinki, so Finnish. But yeah, Jizzy Starlust, SB Thunderfucker, and Sonic Seducer. So I mean, go check it out. What more do I have to say?
Sold.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say that. It sounds like those $10 hookers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My shit.
Oh man.
That's a supergroup. Exactly. Yeah. If you get on a record with Jizzy Starlust, it's a supergroup.
Yeah.
Right. Well, as Simon said, I'm gonna have to show it. So this is the Coffee Mulch album. This is the one with the slime inside the sleeve.
Oh, nice.
I haven't actually opened this yet. It's still sealed, but it's got I believe it's got like a single in it and a slip mat and lots of things only available at gigs. So that's cool. I have also got another couple of versions of it.
Wow.
I got the black one. I've got the green one, the pink one, the olive, whatever. Yeah, I've got more.
Oh my
got
god!
a set as well. I will be getting the CD. As I said, went to see them live, and they were fucking awesome. It's HM2 Swedish sounding metal, but it also slows down, and it's very slimy. And so, shall I open one of the? Let's have a coloured one, just to piss Lodge off. I don't care. What colour's this one? Oh, green. Green. And also, I'm in the thanks list. It says Johnny Mac, Rock and Metal Plus. This is the salutations. So, what more can you ask for? Yeah, and that's it. Look at that, especially for Lodge.
Wow,
Beautiful.
that's nice.
Roger, revert that on.
Yeah, he's gone colourblind again. But yeah, this will be very high up on my album of the year list. And they were awesome live, fucking sound bloke.
Dude, that's killer.
The singer's an absolute beast. Cover's really cool. I'll show this while I'm here. This is a coffee mug, a coffin mulch coffee mug, which I'm going to show off.
Is the whole mug covered? Oh, boo orange.
There's coffee mulch on it. That's the sort of evil doom on that thing there. You know what? I'm going to show you the shirt as well. There you go.
Now
That's pretty cool.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Man, they must love you, pal.
Oh, I spent a couple of quid on them, yeah, and that's the tour dates on the back as well.
Wow.
She's nice. So yeah.
#1 fan over there.
Well, he did mention that, which is why I got in the thanks list. So, which we're all happy with. But yeah, the coffee mulch, and also I'll do another death metal here, which I know Codi's dad is a fan of this. I think this is the album, Death Age. Excellent death metal, very bolt thrower-ish, which we all love bolt thrower. Well, I do anyway. Excellent stuff. I think this is black, is it? Oh no, it's not black. It's silver grey.
There we go.
So yeah, Command, excellent death metal. If you like your old school bolt thrower sound, but it's a little bit crusty as well. So it's almost like In Battle There's No Law, the first bolt thrower album. So if you like that very early bolt thrower, as opposed to stuff like Mercenary and all that sort of stuff, give it a check it out. As I said, I know Anthony, Codi's papa, is a big fan of it because he showed it off, and it's fucking great. So there you go. That's my 2 picks, or 12 picks if you include all the different versions of Coffin Mulch.
Right.
Your 10 could have just been all the coffee mulch.
Yeah. Yeah. Put them all away now. Yeah.
All right.
The silver one couldn't have been that bad.
No.
I see a comment, Kim. I think it says Jizzy Star.
There's a black one.
Yeah.
There's a black version, but the black version of
there's 15
album sold out quite quickly. So.
And yeah, Simon now owes you that $10.
There you go.
Oh,
Tell you what, Simon, you keep it and get yourself one. Have it on me.
This is now called the $10 whore fucking Roger Goes Colorblind podcast.
Oh man, all at the expense of Marty.
Yeah, bless him.
What you got, Josh?
Oh man. Right, okay, my next one is
You've had that one.
gonna work. That one.
Oh.
I'd never listened to this band until the title track single come out, and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll listen to it. And I thought it was blooming excellent. I really, really like that song. and that really got me into a bit of Immortal. And yeah, I was always gonna listen to the album because of that, and then also the other single, War God. I really like that one as well because it had like a bit of like an old school heavy metal vibe with it. And yeah, I thought the whole album was really good. Thunders of Darkness, Return to Cold, Immortal, song Immortal. That was really good. And the last song, Something My Throne. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I don't want to offend Roger by getting it horrendously wrong. But yeah, an album that I wouldn't have thought to listen to, only on a whim, and I ended up really enjoying it. So yeah, that's my next one.
Cool.
Okay. Last.
Oh, Johnny's got it.
Of course I have.
Whoa.
Nice.
Go on. Sorry, Trev.
My last one is going to be Glacial Domination by Frozen Soul. That thing just packs a fucking punch right from the get-go. Texas death metal. Very similar to everyone's favorite band, Boat Thrower. Everything, just even right down to some most like even the gear. I think that they use is very reminiscent of what Bolt Thrower have done. And apparently they're heading over to Europe, I guess, in the next 11 days. I don't know if they're going to be touching down over in the UK or not, but yes, look at that fucking album cover. How glorious is that son of a bitch?
Sick, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you like Bolt Thrower, you probably want to get your fucking hands on that, or at least put it in your ears. Yeah, like Jesus, man, like sing the songs of ice for how glorious is that? Oh, so good. Yeah, man. Fuck, I gotta get my hands on a copy of that as soon as I can.
And for that shit, Black Vinyl. There you go.
The sigh of relief.
We've saved the day.
Yeah.
I like how Sean's like, pick again. I'm like, yeah, man, just wait till the top 10 at the end of the year. There's not like shit on there. Yeah.
You could said I got most things.
John said, yeah, this, and this. I'll do that for next stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger wanted me to try and pronounce this. I'm going to say it's Blashrich, My Throne. How was that? Was that horrendously wrong?
If he leaves the stream, you'll know. Fuck you, I'm out. Okay.
Okay, Cody's next.
Right, yeah. Not black metal again. I am treading down a dangerous path of brutal death metal recently. I've been playing video games with a fella that me and my dad are close to on the channel. Let me go ahead and give him a shout out. Let me pull it up on my Instagram here. But we have been exchanging, like, oh, what are you listening to? Music, things like that. He goes by the Nameless Mist.
Okay.
Let me, Nameless Mist. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a shout out for you, Kevin. I believe that's your name, Kevin. But he was telling me that the new Maggot Stomp stuff is swaying more towards, less hardcore, more towards brutal death metal. So I decided to give it a look. This band is called Nuclear Remains. The album is Dawn of Eternal Suffering. And it is heavy as balls. Has that ping snare to it that is big in, like, I guess, grindcore and brutal death metal. But man, it is heavy and it is really good. So check that out. Dawn of Eternal Suffering by Nuclear Remains just came out yesterday. Have already listened to it a couple times, and I am a fan.
Yeah, I just found him on Instagram and started to follow him.
Awesome, yeah. He's an illustrator, does death metal stuff, black metal stuff, illustrates all kind of stuff. So really cool guy.
Cool.
Simon.
Cheers, Simon.
It's not suckering, it's suffering succotage. Yeesh. Oh my.
Cool.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll pick the last 2 picks. Now, one of them is actually the same one that Josh picked, but I'm going to show it anyway. I've even got, this is what the shirt is. It's Immortal.
Oh, yeah. That's black.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now they've sent me a plain black t-shirt, and I went, oh, nice, black on black. So, yeah, that's obviously...
Oh my god.
Hey, $10 is $10.
That's a pretty cool fucking gatefold, John.
It is, yeah. Nice.
That artwork is fantastic.
So there was no. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the words, lyrics, and there you go. Look at that.
What?
Excellent stuff. Yeah, great album. It's black. Might be black this one as well. Oh no, it's not. It's like another silver.
Oh no,
Sorry, Lodge.
it's a compromise. It's a compromise.
Great album. Big Immortal fan. I like, obviously, big fan of the earlier stuff. But this new album, War Against All, great. My final pick, another black metal. Afsky,
yeah.
I'm not going to pronounce it. Is it on 100R or something like that? So this is what colour vinyl is this one? Is it colour? No, it's black. So yeah, great stuff. Nice, atmospheric. Comes in a cool little booklet with it. But admittedly, I can't read it because it's not in English. But there you go. Lyrics and stuff. But yeah, good stuff. If you like, atmospheric black metal. Bit of Astro. So there, that's my picks.
Awesome. Cody, have you got any more?
I have no more.
Okay. No one's got any more. Okay, I've only got 2 left. So I'll go through them. Yeah, I did get that joke. Practice what you teach. Oh man. I think the original's probably better than than that version. Right, okay. So my next one is that August Burns Red. Hello. Firstly, that album art is pretty cool. Yeah, I listened to their previous one before, and that was like my first time checking this band out, and I thought it was really good. It was like progressive at times, metalcore with a bit of an old school, with a little bit of a newer sort of tinge to it. And then when this one got released, it was on my list to check out. And since we were doing this, I thought, this would be a perfect time to check it out. So I checked it out earlier on in the week, and I thought this one is better than the previous one by quite a long way. Although I would say that the first 2 tracks sort of what didn't hook me. I wasn't getting into it, but then after the third song, which featured Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage as well, and I thought that song was fantastic. And then after that, the rest of it I thought was just banger after banger. And there's very little clean vocals on this album. It's just brutal all the way through. I mean, apart from the start, of course. But it also, you know, the musicianship of this band is just top notch as well. You know, the guys can play, and they like to add like these little technical, melodic sort of passages as well, which is just really, really cool. And it's an album that I really, really enjoyed. And the last one I'm going to pick is another modern one, Suicide Silence, Remember You Must Die. And this one, again, a band that I discovered on their previous album back in 2020. And that one was a little bit more on that sort of new metal, groovy metal compared to this. This one is definitely more on the deathy side of deathcore. And again, like after the first couple of tracks, I was listening to this and thinking, no, I'm not feeling it. But then, like, it was the middle part of the album that just hooked me. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God, this album is absolutely fantastic. And from that point to the end, you know, the rest of the album I thought was just absolutely fantastic. It had that 2000 style deathcore in there, a lot of like slow to mid-paced sort of grooves in there as well, and a lot of like death metal style stuff as well in there, and even the vocals sounded a little bit more kind of, I wouldn't say, I don't know, because on the previous album it was a bit more screamy, but on this one it's sort of a bit more sort of like, I guess, death metal style vocals. So yeah, that's my last one there.
So what you're saying is there's no song on there like Doris, is there?
Yeah.
This was one of, I think Marty picked this one. This is a bit of black metal. Lewin, L-U-I-N.
Okay.
This came out just recently. Black Iron. It's really cool. It's guy out of Mayhem. Is it Blasphemer? I think. Literally out of Mayhem. So it's just very cool. Good bit of black metal.
Interesting cover, yeah.
It's pretty cool. I dig that.
The lyrics and some more cool art inside. But yeah, this is proper old school second wave black metal. Really good. If you've not heard it, go check it out. Have a listen on Bandcamp or whatever. Good shit. So just got to mention that. I've got about another 100 that I could mention, but the stream is going too long, so there you
go. We've got a couple more from Marty here. Some of his other picks here.
Yeah, I still haven't heard that one. I heard the previous ones. Very good. I think Marty sent it to me. The previous one's very good.
Cold.
They're black metal. What Suicide Silence albums do you have? Because the only one I've got is the one from 2020, Become the Hunter. So email me on that. Right. Okay. Right. Let's just get through the last topic that we're going to discuss, and that is our top 3 gigs. Shall we do this same again? So we all pick one and go round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So The first one that I picked was my my first ever show in 2017, and that was Metallica. And I basically wanted to pick that one mainly because it was my first ever gig. It was just, the whole occasion of that day was just really, really exciting. And yeah, we went to the O2 in London, and we were sitting right up in the heavens. I did a video. I think I did a contest entry, and I showed a bit of clips from the show. And yeah, it was on the Hardwired tour, and yeah, it was just a really, really awesome gig, a night I'll probably never forget because it holds a pretty special place, being my first show. So yeah, that's why I decided to pick that for my top 3.
Cool. I saw him on that tour as well. Well, I don't know if it was. I think it was the second leg of the tour. They were supported by Ghost. Played at Manchester at the Etihad Stadium.
Okay.
Which was pretty good. I said, to be honest, I wasn't going to go, but wife hadn't seen Metallica before, so I said I'd get her tickets and we went to see him, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It absolutely chucked it down, but it was good. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, nice. Trevor?
So one of my top 3 gigs that I've seen or been to would be the Canadian Carnage tour from back in 2010. Originally, it was supposed to be Slayer, Megadeth, Machine Head, and Suicide Silence. Unfortunately, Tom Araya from Slayer had to go have his vocal cord surgery, and so we ended up getting them to come back, obviously in 2010. And we got Testament open for them. Megadeth went on and played the entirety of Rust in Peace, and we also, because Dave Ellison had rejoined the band at that point, and then we also got Seasons in the Abyss in its entirety from Slayer. So that was great. Fun fact: Testament blew the fucking doors off them, and they opened. They had a really short set, come out with some of the best heavy hitters that they had, and I'm like, oh, okay. Megadeth was good, but for some reason, it's like Dave's mouth wasn't near the fucking microphone at all. It's like, if this is the microphone, like his face is over here, I'm like, fucking Dave, sing into it over here, not over here. But yeah, I mean, musically it was good because it's like, oh, it's all a Rust of Peace. And that was a little bit of a drive, not too far, about an hour and a half away. Slayer come out, and to watch Tom stand there and just play bass, not do his patented fucking side-to-side fucking headbang thing that he does, and scream, he just screamed and played. I was like, okay, this is weird, but it still sounded good. But yeah, Testament opened and blew the doors off the rest of the other 2.
Awesome. Well, at least he wasn't halfway across the stage when he was meant to be singing like he did when we went to see him. Like his vocal cue, and he was like standing over there, and he thought, "Oh shit, I've got to be singing now." Like,
yes.
Oh man. Right, yeah. Cody's next.
Yeah, so I'll start off with a little black metal. I saw 1349 and Cloak live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm still in awe of the drumming live from 1349 and how tight they were. It was a really awesome show. It was in a really small club. It was amazing just seeing. If you've listened to 1349, those blast beats just going and going and going and going. I was amazed by it, and I don't think Frost was there. I believe it was. I think he goes by Destroyer or something was the drummer, because there's something to do with Frost and his visa or something. So Frost didn't make it, but it was still a fantastic show, and definitely has made it into my top 3.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go back to 1987 for what they called it. It was like a small festival thing in a place called Leeds here in the UK. And they billed it as the Christmas on Earth Festival because it was around about Christmas time. Megadeth headlined that one, so I'm not sure what album they were on for back in '87. But you had Megadeth, Overkill, the Cro-Mags, Creator, who else was on? Virus, Lars Lockett, Sea Beast, and Voivod was supposed to be playing, but token of visas, they couldn't get into the country, so I didn't get to see Voivod, which was, to be honest, one of the reasons I was going, because I've been a massive Voivod fan from the early days. But yeah, so as I said, Overkill were probably the best band of the night. Absolutely fucking brilliant. As you can imagine, '87, they were just full of that thrashy, punky energy. It was just absolutely stunning. But it was just a great show. So yeah, that's mine.
Awesome. I was just looking at the comments. Marty's got his picks here.
Nice.
Metallica of 2019. Cool.
That 91 show is insane. Massacre, Morgoth, and Immolation. Wow.
That would have been really cool. That would have been really awesome. Right, okay, my next pick is from 2018. It was actually my second show as well. Iron Maiden with Killswitch Engage. And I've talked about that one as well a few times. Killswitch Engage come on, and I'd never heard of them before. And they played their show, and I was absolutely blown away. And that sort of helped sort of broaden my horizons for metal, and that started to get me into that kind of stuff as well. And then Iron Maiden come on, the Legacy of the Beast tour, and their set, their sound, everything was just absolutely unbelievable. When they come on to do Ace and Spy, they had a massive Spitfire plane above them on the stage. It was unbelievable how they managed to do that. Everything sounded really, really awesome. They were very loud as well. Obviously they got 3 guitarists, but still, that they were so loud. They're probably the loudest gig I've been to. It was mad. It was at the O2 Arena, and they absolutely killed it. I mean, they're in their 60s now, and they're still putting on fantastic shows. And I hope I get to see them again one more time. That's my second pick.
So my second pick was 1999, the year I was getting ready to graduate. I saw Iron Maiden's first show on the 800 tour with Voivod, and that was amazing. Adrian Smith came back, Bruce came back, and they were actually in my hometown for a whole week, because for some reason it was the first show of the tour, and I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird. But they love the acoustics in the place, which not very many artists really enjoy. Voivod come out absolutely fucking ripped. I did get a chance to hear Astronomy to Mine, and I think my brain melted. I also heard some pretty cool tracks actually from Major they hadn't played in a while, like Stranger in a Strange Land, Wasted Years, and they hadn't played them since the 80s. I think they Can I Play With Madness, I believe. Really, really good fucking show. That was actually my very first show ever. Boy, can't beat that, can you?
That was excellent stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Codes.
Cody.
All right. Well, I have to head off here pretty soon, so I'll do my last two, and then bounce if that's all right with you, lads.
Don't worry about it.
So I'll do a recent one. I just went and saw Trash Panda, which is like a deathcore band. I wasn't really into it. Tribal Gaze, 200 Stab Wounds, and Obituary in Jacksonville this past weekend. And the 200 Stab Wounds pit was top 5 pits I've ever been into. It was super violent. People were flinging each other and stuff. People were jumping off the stage, which me as a young person, I'd never seen like crowd surfing and people jumping off stages and stuff. So it was pretty. Yeah, my $10 hooker is waiting. So I was pretty stoked about that. And then another show that I saw was the Slayer farewell tour with Cannibal Corpse, Amon Amarth, and Lamb of God. That was a fantastic show that I saw. Cannibal Corpse is the opener, and then Amon Amarth, and then Lamb of God, and then of course Slayer's the headliner. So
What?
yeah, 2019 I think it was.
Oh,
Pre-COVID. So that was a pretty great show.
Awesome. Cool. That is wicked.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Right. Okay.
Cheers, lads. Had a good
Cody.
See you, Cody. Like, my next one, I'm going to go 2015, and they called it the Death Crusher Tour. Opening, you had Voivod, then Obituary, then Napalm Death, and Carcass headlined. So, it's like, you don't often see a lineup like that where there's just banger after banger after banger, and, you know, Voivod were first on. I said I'm a massive Voivod fan. They're one of my favourite bands, and they were fucking brilliant. They were really good. Considering they obviously, as you'd imagine, with the first band on, they had a limited stage and that sort of thing, but were brilliant. Obituary killed it as they always do. Tardy was on fire. Napalm Death. Barney was fucking running all over the stage as he does and barking at everybody, and yeah. And Carcass were just absolutely brilliant. You could tell they were. I think they'd just come back, so it was 2015. So I think it was Surgical Steel. They'd just come back, so they were showing that they were doing that. You know, they were touring that album. I picked up a shirt, and the shirt and the artwork for the posters had all been done by Away from Voivod. So it's a Carcass shirt, but with Away had done the Carcass logo, like the sort of just you know, just one of them nights that was just absolutely perfect, absolutely spot on. So yeah, that's definitely one of my top gigs.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So my number one is the Babe Strikes Back tour in 2020. And I did mention this in a recent video. I think it was that's right. Yeah, Ron Haggerty's contest. When it was originally about Exodus, but now it's about just your favourite band. So yeah, Exodus was on that bill, Death Angel and Testament headlined, and that gig was that was in March 2020. So I think that was literally like a week before the UK went down in lockdown. Yeah. So we got that gig in literally one of the very last gigs around that time. And I remember going, and mainly my mum was a bit sort of tentative about us going around that time because it was all, you know, that. Yep. But we went anyway. And honestly, one of the best nights I've ever had. It was just fantastic from the beginning. you've probably seen my Death Angel T-shirt that I've got from that tour. Death Angel opened and they were on it. Thinking like that couldn't be topped, and then Exodus come on and just absolutely killed it again, and they just even topped even them, despite Gary Holt having those issues that I did actually put in that video for Ron when they were doing Fabulous Disaster. Gary's guitar just cut out completely, and he was furious. Yeah, he went running over to the guy. I literally filmed it because like the guitar tech had run on, and he grabbed it and was like, "What the fuck?" Oh man, it was hilarious. He was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
he would fuck with. Is he sober now? He probably would fuck people up just as much if he was, even if he was still drinking.
Yeah. Oh man, he was really not happy. Yeah, and then Testament come on, and they did about an hour and a half, and they were absolutely fantastic. They played a bit of everything as well. They played early stuff, some middle stuff. I think they played DNR, and then they played a couple of. And actually, this is one thing that I always forget to mention. I just remembered to mention it. Children of the Next Level was released that day. And they played that song, and it was the first time that song had ever been played live, because that single got released on that day. So we witnessed that song live for the first time, which is awesome.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to do an honorable mention, even though I can't really call it an honorable mention because I've never actually. There's a gig I want to see this year in September, which could easily be one of my top favorites, but it's Cannibal Corpse, Blood Incantation, Gore Guts, and Mayhem all on the same bill.
Nice.
That was my exact reaction, John, when I saw it. Girl, I got $13 for tickets, and I'm like, I got to drive to Montreal. My drummer is trying to convince me to go because Gore Guts is Canada's version of Death. Blood Incantation, and then of course Mayhem. But my actual pick is obviously the band I've been infatuated with since I was a child. I got the chance to go to Montreal in 2000. August 15th was the date. It was a hot. Yeah, I love it. I need to get a hold of that badly. It was a very hot August day. Very hot August day in Montreal. I was an 18-year-old kid, and I finally got to see these guys.
Nice.
They came out. The very first song they played, and thank fuck they got that song over, was "You Shook Me All Night Long," which they normally always play later in the set. They got that off the bat, and I was like, well, thank fuck that's over. Because I don't like that song. I'm over it, but I'm glad I got to see it live. Get a couple songs in deep. They played Bad Boy Boogie, and then they threw out Back in Black was like number 6. And then as soon as fucking I heard Hell's Bells, it was fucking, I'm sitting there and like tears are going down my eyes. I'm literally like a goddamn back to being a 6-year-old when I first heard that song, right? Rosie was perfect. The whole everything was excellent. And Slash's Snake Pit opened. That was kind of weird, but they played Mr. Brownstone, so I was like, fuck, okay, I'll take that because that's probably my favorite GNR song. But yeah, really, really good show. Sat there and cried like a fucking 2-year-old the whole time. Oh, so beautiful. But yeah, number 1.
Cool.
Fair enough. Awesome.
Well, I must admit mine aren't in any particular order, like, because as you know, I've been to see about 4 million gigs over the years. I think my first one was back in '82 when I actually saw Status Quo. That was my first gig, and I was like, I don't know, 14 or 15 or whatever. Went with a load of mates, and when the parents take us in the car and dropped us off, sort of thing, and then picked us up. I was going to say I went to my first festival, which was Donington, which is obviously changed their name to Download, didn't they? It was Donington 1985. So Magnum opened up. We had a certain not very well known band called Metallica. So I got to see Metallica with Cliff Burton. So it doesn't get much better than that. Admittedly, Bon Jovi were on as well. So it was that sort of time. Then I saw Marillion, who are one of my favourite bands. I absolutely love Marillion, so I got to see him with Fish. And ZZ Top headlined, and ZZ Top were fucking brilliant.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely awesome. And it was 85. I think it was Eliminator. And just as before they came on, they flew the Eliminator car on a helicopter over the festival.
Oh,
just
nice.
so you could see it. It was like, oh yes. So that was pretty cool. But I think the best show I've actually seen, and I mean the full show, I got to Lamstein.
Oh.
I think it was probably about 10 years ago, doing the full thing, and on the full stadium, and they came up from the stage, and they had like this big walkway, and there obviously because it's Lamstein, so they had all the pyros and all that sort of stuff, and the keyboard player was standing on like a conveyor belt when he plays the different keyboards, going forwards and backwards. He didn't stop moving. They did when they did Angle. He had the flaming wings and all that sort of stuff. Absolutely stunning show. I don't own any Lamstein, obviously, but live, I went with a mate, and they absolutely blew me away. Live, absolutely awesome. And I said they don't tour that often, so I was just chuffed that I managed. He bought 2 tickets and said, "Dude, I've got a spare ticket if you want to come." I was like, "Yeah, I'll check him out." But absolutely brilliant. Just the whole show. It was just, and we were quite away because it was a stadium one, and you could feel the heat from the flames. I've never seen that amount of flames and pyros, and obviously, sort of all bands seem to do them these days. The stadium ones, Metallica do it, and everyone seems to do it. Slayer obviously have a load of flames on the final and that sort of thing. But I said that was my, just something you just don't forget. That sort of show, really, really good. For the band that don't speak English, it's like really good stuff. So yeah, that's probably mine.
Awesome. I just wanted to go through a couple here. Roger.
Nice.
Anthrax and Maiden in 1990.
Go Jerry 6.
Morbid Angel, Atheist, Celtic Frost.
That was man, oh man.
I did get to see Celtic Frost with
That one.
which was good.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, a show like that would be crazy.
Testament supported Anthrax as well in '87, so Testament from the Legacy tour. So they opened for Anthrax, and if I'm honest, they both were Anthrax stage, absolutely stunning. And as you say, you get to see a band early on, and they knew they wanted Anthrax off. It was like they were just up for it. Absolutely good stuff.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so I think that is all we've got. Unfortunately, we lost two of our guys during the stream, but we made it through in the end. Nearly 2 hours.
Comrades.
Yeah, a moment. A moment for them. Yeah. Hopefully the next one, we shouldn't have the same problems as we've had for this one. Marty's not happy.
Marty, we're buying a new laptop tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll probably be getting new Wi-Fi as well.
Yeah.
So when do we want to do the next stream? Because I know you take some time off in the summer, right?
Yeah, I will be. I actually filmed my last video yesterday, actually, and that'll be going out sometime in the week. So yeah, I'll be taking a couple of weeks off after this. So I mean, we could probably do one in September.
That's gonna be a awesome fucking month, man. So many big bands are going to have so many records out. I think Deicide, apparently Immolation's going to be record. Incantation should be out by then. Cannibals is coming out then.
Yeah, it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. Silosis as well.
Yes. I remember the release there too.
Yeah.
Great stream, well worth the price. I didn't even drop $10.
$10, yeah.
Awesome.
If we could get that super chat thing up, I guarantee we would have fucking like $10 from everybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe next time.
Couldn't we?
What's that?
We could have bought Marty a new laptop with the money.
Marty's guilty, and it's going to be $10 from everybody.
Yeah. Maybe Marty should do maybe Marty should do a charity live stream, and then all funds raised can go towards a new computer and a new Wi-Fi and stuff. Yeah.
Go fund Marty's laptop.
Yeah. Roger just said that. Oh man, that's great. That's awesome.
All right, guys.
So for those who have watched from all the way through, really appreciate it. If anyone's watched after the facts, thanks ever so much for watching as well. Marty's going to set up a GoFundMe. Awesome. We're all going to have to put a petition to that now. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So on that note, we'll probably call it a day here. Hour and 41 minutes in. So
I think we need to sleep.
Yeah, it's getting late here now. So thanks for watching, and until next time, keep it metal. Keep it metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.